It's mad. It's mad how we all live in London. It's sad how we all share the same 24 hours, but when you're living life as a BME, your hours are sour. Like that girl over there that lives in Block C. She can't call it the past because she hasn't passed it. So she passes herself around like pass the parcel. Now all the boys in her block have had a piece of her parcel. Hashtag fragile. Handle with care, but she doesn't care how people handle her. Because at the tender age of 13, her own daddy mishandled her. And what about that 12-year-old boy over there? He thinks he's a bad man. He got groomed, and now he's told people, yeah, I'm a bad man. He walks with a knife in a pocket when he gets pickpocket, and he knows that's him and the boy's in blue, and he knows he's failed. See, in America, they call that jail. But 24/7, you're living in a house called hell. Well, what about the families that had to flee countries like Syria, Somalia, Sierra Leone, and they've come to a place that they don't know, and they've come and they've got to call this place home, but they're just trying to make a better living. But they're living in fear because every time they step out of their doors, they hear, "Are you? Piss off. You don't belong here. Why are you here?" And then what about the young boy? The young boy that's always had a dream of being the greatest. But because of bad behavior, because of exclusions, they told him that he's never going to make it, so now he fakes it. And what about the uni graduates that are BME? That have got college degrees, undergrad degrees, postgrad degrees. See, their experiences and their degrees mean nothing. When white privilege is something that, immunizes them from getting opportunities, like they're getting opportunities handed out to them like handouts, like sweets. And as a BME, they're never ever gonna reach that peak. See, what they see is looking at positions from the top, and then the whites just looking down on us, and we're standing up looking at them. It's like they don't rate us. Come like they hate us. So please, just lend a listening ear on the stories that we are about to share, because we're all just BME's representatives. Real stories, just different perspectives.
No one has the right to tell anyone to leave. People leave, people migrate, but they still deserve a home. No one has the right to tell someone where can be their home. Their journeys and their stories are filled with so much strength and so much resilience. Please, share your experience.
No one leaves home unless home is the mouth of a shark. You only run for the border when you see the whole city running as well.
Your neighbor's running faster than you, breath, blood in their throats. The boy you went to school with holding a gun bigger than his body. You want to leave home, but home won't let you stay.
No one leaves home unless home chases you. Fire under feet, hot blood in your belly. It's not something you ever thought of until the blade burnt threat into your neck, and even then you carried the anthem underneath your breath. Only tearing up your passport in the airport toilet, sobbing as each mouthful made it clear that you would not be going back.
You have to understand, no one would put their child on a boat unless the sea was safer than the land. No one would burn their palms under trains, beneath carriages. No one would spend their days and nights in the stomach of a truck, feeding on newspapers, unless the miles traveled means something more than a journey. No one would crawl under fences. No one wants to be beaten. No one wants to be pitied.
No one chooses refugee camps. No one chooses strip searches that leave your body aching, or prison. Because prison is better than a city of fire, and one guard in the night is better than a truckload of men that look like your father. No one can handle it. No one can stomach it. No one has the skin tough enough for it.
The go-home blacks, refugees, dirty immigrants, niggas with their dirty hands out, sucking our country dry. They messed up their country and now they want to mess up ours.
How do the words, the dirty looks, roll off your backs?
Maybe it's because the blow is softer than a limb being torn off.
Or the words are more tender than 14 men between your legs. Or the insults easier to swallow than bone, than rubble, than a charred body in pieces. I want to go home, but home is the mouth of a shark.
Home is the barrel of a gun, and no one leaves home unless home chased you to the shore. Unless home told you to quicken your feet, leave your clothes behind, crawl through deserts, wade through oceans, drown, be safe, forget pride. Your survival is more important. No one leaves home unless home is a voice in your ear saying,
Leave.
run away from me now.
I don't know what I've become.
But I know that anywhere is safer than here.
Right now, society's at a climax. Brexit this, Brexit that, sugar tax this. The education system is failing us. But we've got to move on like it's nothing. We're important to society. Society will respect us. That's what I think. What do you think?
Let me get this straight. I ain't trying to preach. I just want to make it clear about the things we see. Or don't. I mean, not clearly at least. So much people dying around us is now normally we hear and read this. In 2019, I bet you knew percentages went straight to increase by 10% for the stabbings in East and West and North, South London. You know the streets in that piece. That teaches life skills, and we live life with good thrills. But how we meant to do that when we'll end with no GCSEs? And then up and qualified, I say this because these facts I'm about to comply. Minister of Education, please listen. I know I sound like these other school children that you've ever heard. But you make it harder to pass, we'll end up homeless doing drugs or even quitting going on the curve. Man, I can't get this stress at my mind. Who remember Grenfell Tower, cause I still doing mine. Like Manchester concert, when something happens, attention to it. A year later, not a single headline to it. Is this what a city came to? People lying they were in it just to get big views and freedom. Man jailed for 6 years to try a bell he deserves and life in fear. Pathetic. And I'ma bring up Brexit. Making close one do these papers. Putting stress when they don't even know what they're doing. Doesn't bring any favors. They moving slow cause it feels like it's ages. Making people listen to unorganizedness. The people making us evil. Can't you see there's levels? How do you expect for us to keep off the streets? When you're shutting down centers to feel like we're free but feel trapped, it doesn't make sense. Right now we are lost ones ending up in pen. Yes, you hear me say slang. When I was young, I never thought I'd use language they use in gangs. But as you know, life isn't planned. Now the rich stay of rich and the poor stay of poor. But you know, it's mainly mums we adore. Vice versa, most of us grew up without a parent figure. Understand to do anything for us to feel a winner. How dare society can't blame us people? We shouldn't have to fight in this world just to feel equal. We are who we are. All them haters just puppets, controlled by society, but I guess there is nothing.
Young people grow up living in communities and are so used and desensitized to death and crime. But all these emotions are still very raw, they're still very real. How do you cope with that? How do you feel?
I've always been there for you. I've always been loyal to you. I've always been there for you, not necessarily cared for you, but I nurture you. On your hurt, on blessed days, on your worst and best days, me. I was there. My name is fear. I paralyze you, I petrify you, I lock you in a deep, dark place, profound, self-inflicted, conflicted, astound. I bring my friend anxiety and her friend depression. We dance on the dance floor in your mind. We lock you in rooms, we shut the blinds, blind you with memories, trap you with trauma, trigger low self-esteem, reinforce you can't when really you should remove the T. You see, my presence ain't a present. And you know that.
Young people are faced with daily pressure. this is due to adverse things that they have faced in their childhood. This is stemming them to build up barriers to try to protect themselves.
Let me just show you.
You told me that you'd hold my heart out, but I did not read the fine print. I assume it's all my fault, but I can't control what happens now. Gotta reconstruct my world, build it up real tall. I won't let you knock me to the ground. So I'm gonna build my wall. Won't let nobody in. Won't let nobody in. So I'm gonna build my wall. Won't let it happen again. Please don't let nobody in. So I'm gonna build my wall. Won't let nobody in. Won't let nobody in. So I'm gonna build my wall. Won't let it happen again. Please don't let nobody in. Build my wall. Gonna rebuild my wall. Build my wall. Gonna rebuild. Build my wall. Build my wall. Ooh, build my wall. Oh, build my wall. Oh, build my wall. Oh, build my wall. So I'm gonna.
Right now, for young people, the future looks inexistent. Life looks too hard. I mean, where's our motivation? Who's encouraging us to get degrees and be doctors and do scholarships? We don't even know what tomorrow holds. I mean, Mikhail was talking about Brexit and what society's facing. I mean, what do you want to be?
What you wanna be when you're older, the greatest. Doing what I love so I don't care if I'm hated. Going through the struggle on a daily basis. Really, I'm just trying to increase my status. What you wanna be when you're older, the greatest. Doing what I love so I don't care if I'm hated. Going through the struggle on a daily basis. Really, I'm just trying to increase my status. Every day I ask some reasoning behind decisions. I've made wrong choices when I don't listen. Due to start moving 2020, clearer vision. Success for my team is mission. Every day I wake up, trying to keep my dreams. You got dreams with no plans, I'm trying to build a team. People I can lean on, someone that I belong. Please, bro, don't ever ask me what I've been on. Done stuff in my past that I regret. Got a taster of life, now I got that respect. I got to accept my choices affect, you see. Not just myself, but my health and the people around me. Age 11, got my first exclusion from school. I know that must raise some confusion. The pattern has continued. Now it's permanent. Gotta work my way up from the bottom, gotta earn again. What do you wanna be when you're older, the greatest? Doing what I love so I don't care if I'm hated. Going through the struggle on a daily basis. Really, I'm just trying to increase my status. What do you wanna be when you're older, the greatest? Doing what I love so I don't care if I'm hated. Going through the struggle on a daily basis. Really, I'm just trying to increase my status. Jokers call my phone, let it ring like it's most stack. Nowadays, all these rappers chat the most act. Chatting about illegal money, but they get no stacks. Ask me how I'm doing, I'm just fine, I want my notes back. Started from the bottom, now I'm working non-stop. Following God's plan until I get to the top. Gotta take care and make headlines, not gonna drop. Don't show me fake love like a red sign, just stop. Doing all of these things like I'm Drake. Any opportunity that benefits, I'm gonna take. All the success and all this money that I'm gonna make. Gotta stay strong, you know I'm never gonna break. Even if I do, minor setbacks, major comebacks. Dad's been gone for how long? Still he hasn't come back. I can be the greatest, with or without him. Keep these bars flowing like I'm a water fountain. Soon be ice cause I'm cold. My albums will be bought and sold, making records. Yeah, it's gonna be legendary. I will keep grinding hard until that cemetery. Provide for the family. Yeah, it's mad to me. I'll peep and snake you, but still act so casually. I don't need them, I don't need no fake friends. All I really need to do is make it out the ends. What you wanna be when you're older, the greatest. Doing what I love, so I don't care if I'm hated. Going through the struggle on a daily basis. Really, I'm just trying to increase my status. What you wanna be when you're older, the greatest. Doing what I love, so I don't care if I'm hated. Going through the struggle on a daily basis. Really, I'm just trying to increase my status. Every day I'm told that I can't make it. I'ma be real with you, I can't fake this. This ain't temporary, no, this isn't makeshift. Any hit I get to shake it off like I'm taste with. Be the best I can be, my girl sweet like candy. Make sure when I'm spitting this you understand me. Plan A fails, I'll just switch the plan B. I live in my own bubble, cause you can call me Sandy. What do you wanna be when you're older, the greatest? Doing what I love, so I don't care if I'm hated. Going through the struggle on a daily basis. Really, I'm just trying to increase my status.
It is so hard for my black brother. Same reality, but different postcodes. Do you know how hard it is to be a black child nowadays, especially a black boy? Can you imagine, because I got on a black tracksuit, I can't go for the same interview with a black boy because he's got on a black suit? Do you know how hard it is to live in the same household as black brothers, but don't look at each other like brothers? It is so hard walking down the street. Crime's up everywhere you walk, everywhere you walk. If you reach 18, it's an achievement now for a black youth. Do you know how hard it is, not even knowing if your son is going to come home and eat that night? It's a difficult time, and statistics show that none of us are going to meet it if we don't have a go. What do you think, brother?
Well, look, brother. I don't want to have to walk through the streets shook, brother, and turn my head in case I give you the wrong look, brother. I might be having a bad day, brother, but doesn't mean I'm looking at you with mad hate, brother. Look, brother, I want to walk in the rave and focus on who's good-looking, brother, and not feel like I should stand on the side like a hood-looking, brother. I want to dress and not stress about how I look, brother, because of how you look, brother. When you see I'm not rocking the look, brother. You might have a better outfit, brother, but doesn't mean you have a better outlook, brother. Look, brother, this is for the older brothers who see me and want to scold a brother. For what? I don't know, brother. It must be the way I talk, walk, or look, brother. Don't pretend, because I can see it in your look, brother. Those frown lines make you an open book, brother. Look, brother, just because you're with people that don't look like brothers doesn't mean you can look at me like I don't look right, brother. You're just the same as me and no higher. Take a look, my brother. Both of us are still getting the same looks, my brother. Look, brother. Aren't you tired of getting enough looks, brother? Those eyes on you in the store like you're a crook, brother. Those wondering why you walked in this fancy restaurant, look, brother. Those surprised you're doing the degree in a sophisticated subject, look, brother. Those surprised you have no drug connects, look, brother. Those why you with a white woman, look, brother. Those vigilant as you approach their car, look, brother. Those expecting you to know the lyrics to a hip-hop song when it's played, look, brother. Those what should I do now that the N-word is coming up even though I know what I should do, look, brother. Those surprised you listen to other genres, look, brother. Those who don't know what that slang word means, look, brother. Those surprised you have a nice house back in Africa, look, brother. But you won't bother to pay attention to those looks, brother. Paying too much attention to the wrong look, brother. You refuse to see eye to eye with a brother. Always attacking the wrong side, my brother. I'm your only family, so can we at least act like brothers? So when I see you, I can look back and see that everything is cool with us, brothers. Look, brother, this is why I love going to the barbershop. A place where black males, young and old, come together in peace, focused on the common goal. patiently allowing others to get theirs, knowing that our time is coming, watching everybody's journeys through clips, realizing that they're all different, but success will still look relatively the same because everyone has their own interpretation that they're comfortable with. A success that can't be measured but only respected and admired when you acquired a look of $1 million for only £10? How can I not rate that? There's no negativity in a barbershop, not in a place where you can go from level 2 to level 1 to get elevated, where you can get a fade to reappear better, where blue magic illuminates black magic, where a clip and a blade are no longer weapons but rather instruments that bring music to your ears, and getting sprayed up doesn't involve bullets, but my God, does it kill sometimes. In a barbershop, material has no value because it's all about what's up there. You want to get your head right like the next brother who just had the cape ripped off him and is now ready to take on the world. Taking time to study each other with less judgment but with more appreciation. Because in that instance, we realize there are more ordinary people like us to admire, more than the token black males on the TV or on the barber's poster falsely advertising how he once cut Ludacris's hair. Engaging in conversations about race and politics, religion and culture, sports and women, exchanging ideas and philosophies because the talks get deep sometimes. Loyalty and faith is shown towards our barbers to the highest order, even if it means rejecting the other barber who's free because he's not quite up to scratch. But that's fine in a barbershop, where we can accept one another's beliefs in different beings and still coexist. How can there be any right or wrong side when everyone leaves with the blessings that they've asked for? And we suddenly understand the power behind the money in our pockets, refusing to finance foreigners trying to sell us fake products for our loss but their profit. We'd rather invest in the barber shop to the Caribbean shop on the corner, knowing that it's feeding their sons and daughters. And we enjoy seeing the kids running around carefree. No elders around here trying to intoxicate their mind with violence, but rather inquiring about their education and ambition, letting them dream as far and as wide as they'd like to just for a moment. There's no capping their thoughts in this new era that they represent, and you got to take off your hats to them if they dream bigger than a simple graduation day. So as a black boy, you can see why I love going to the barber so much. A place where there's love, order, appreciation, representation, respect, liberty, support, sustainability, and a community feel. But what a shame. What a shame is only a damn barber shop. Thank you.
So, as you can see, institutional racism is still alive. Segregation is still alive. And to be poor is a crime. But what you need to understand is that your words won't heal or bind our wounds. See, it grieves me to see that at this young age, these young people are having conversations like these on the streets. Knowing that their experience is an experience without meaning when their experience means something. Daily, they're surrounded by sirens, by stabbings, and unmet needs. Needs unmet. We've been here about, 26 minutes now, and we ain't even had a gunshot yet.